Hear the story of the Zodiac Killer, based on the real unsolved crimes that occurred in the United States during the late 1960s and early 1970s. The Zodiac Killer, a name that struck fear into the hearts of the people of California during a dark period of history. His reign of terror began in the late 1960s, and to this day his true identity remains unknown. The Zodiac Killer targeted unsuspecting victims in various locations, creating an atmosphere of fear and paranoia. He struck at random, seemingly choosing his victims with no discernible pattern. Couples in secluded spots, innocent bystanders walking through parks, no one was safe from his malevolent intentions. His first known attack took place in December 1968, when a young couple was shot while sitting in their parked car. The woman survived, but her companion tragically lost his life. The Zodiac Killer left his calling card, a cryptic message taunting the police and daring them to catch him. Over the next few years, the Zodiac Killer continued to strike fear into the public's heart. He targeted victims with a chilling precision, always remaining one step ahead of the authorities. He claimed more victims, sometimes shooting them, other times stabbing them, and even using bombs to sow terror. But it was not just his gruesome acts of violence that terrified the public. It was the letters he sent to newspapers and the encrypted codes he included. The Zodiac Killer reveled in the attention he received, taunting the police and journalists with cryptic messages that hinted at his identity and motivations. He played a sick game, challenging them to decipher his puzzles and catch him if they could. As the body count rose, investigators from multiple jurisdictions joined forces to try and apprehend the elusive killer. They tirelessly examined the evidence, interviewed witnesses, and pursued countless leads. But despite their efforts, the Zodiac Killer remained one step ahead, his true identity hidden in the shadows. The Zodiac Killer's reign of terror eventually came to an end, but not because he was caught. His attacks gradually ceased, and he vanished into the annals of unsolved mysteries. The case remains open, and his cryptic messages and unsolved codes continue to fascinate amateur sleuths and researchers to this day. The legacy of the Zodiac Killer is one of fear, confusion, and unanswered questions. Who was this masked murderer? What drove him to commit such heinous acts? The answers remain elusive, leaving the Zodiac Killer as one of America's most notorious unsolved crime stories. And that's it for our unsolved crime story. If you like my content, be sure to press that like button, subscribe, and push that notification bell to hear more about crime stories.